Hello, I'm the DerGameMop, and before I start, I have to make a short announcement for people who speak German. Es gibt auch eine deutsche Version von diesem Video natürlich, weil das auch ein deutscher Kanal ist. Einfach der Beschreibung folgen oder einfach in meinem Kanal nach dem dementsprechenden Video suchen. Yes, this is a short improvised video, maybe short. The German version is a little maybe it's a little bit longer. It's improvised, like I have said, and my English isn't brilliant or something. Like the title should say, it's a video about Galacon 2013 in Ludwigsburg, Germany. It's a lot easier to say this in English than in German, because it's like a little bit burned into my head with the English pronunciation. Yeah, that's the reason why the German version takes long. For people who doesn't know my channel, I'm a Let's Player, and like people could think, or people, maybe people think, what's Galacon? But before I answer this question, I want to say one thing more, what I have nearly forgot. Like I said, it's improvised video. The audio is one track. I have not edited it. Maybe I have removed a little bit of background sounds or something. Pictures I have taken off from other sources, and I put the sources on it. But it's not really specially made, or it's just fast. Normally I make let's play videos, but because of this and the German video, I don't have the time this week. I attended Galacon 2013 in Ludwigsburg, like I have said, and yeah, Ludwigsburg is in the north, a little bit into north from Stuttgart. And I don't know the English pronunciation for this, huh? It was at the Forum am Schlosspark, and the Forum am Schlosspark is about 5 to 10 minutes by feet by walking. If you walk, you need 5 or 10 minutes to get there from the train station in Ludwigsburg. The venue was really, really awesome. In one word, awesome. It was actually bigger than it looks, but it was a little bit from the floor plan a little bit confusing at the first moment for some people. For me, not so much. I use a list of words I have written down, like I was at the convention and stuff I have thought about when waiting for panels or whatever, and I'm using the convention guide. For people who are asking, who don't already know what this video is about, short explanation: Galacon is a fan convention for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. People might ask, are you a brony? And I say the same thing like in the German version of this video. Kinda. I like the show in English. The German version I don't like this much. I'm not going to explain why. If people want to know, I'm going to answer this as a comment or however. And I like the fandom, or others said the fan community. I don't know, that's not the third word I know for it in the English word. Actually there is fan base. Haha, I like the fan base. Awesome word. And I'm more the shy guy. That's the reason why I was thinking, should I go to Galacon 2013? I was thinking this in March, and then I have looked how far it's from my hometown. It's about 3 hours by train, and I was like, oh well, okay. I stayed somewhere outside from Ludwigsburg. It's not important for this video, so yeah. But I have used the local transportation stuff, so I know it's actually pretty good. but I don't have used the bus to get to the venue because weather was nice and it wasn't as far. So I'm talk about the staff rooms and so on in the order I experienced it. So, a little bit like a diary or a look back, a review. And the whole convention was at the 3rd and 4th of August 2013, like the most people likely could think about. And everything started at 8. It's important. I'm using the terms AM and PM for this video. In some other regions, like I have experienced in this convention when I talk to people, because it's really interesting. In Germany, we have two kinds for the time measurements. Like the AM and PM, but without using the AM PM short at the end. So 11 Uhr, 12 Uhr, etc. And we have the 24-hour system for digital clocks and stuff. So at 8 a.m. there was the opening of they opened the floodgate, kind of, to say it like this. And they have you have to check in. It's not like other it's a fan convention from fans. From the coordinator was the Brownies e.V. Stuttgart, and it's not like other conventions. In Germany, we have, for example, the Gamescom. It's a gaming convention where you buy a ticket online or so, and you have a barcode on it, and at the entrance you use the barcode and can get through and stuff. It wasn't like this. It's a little bit more like a fan convention. I don't know this much fan conventions in Germany, so don't hate me for this. So you have printed out your email, your registration email, and your buy confirmation email, something like this. It's more appropriate to say this. And you have shown your ID, and you have get a badge on a band. With a kind of keyring on it, and I show a picture of it. It might be easier. I hope I show a picture of it. But you get a badge. It's easy to say this. You got a badge where you can write on your name like you want it. I've used my first name, was Niklas. And and for people who are asking why does he say his name, well, I will going to show stuff I get at the Galacon, and will be my name on it, so for certain reasons. Well, at 10 a.m. they had opened. 8 a.m. they have started to let the people in so they can put their stuff to the cloakroom. The cloakroom was actually pretty good to make. They have handled it pretty well. You have to pay 130 in euros. So €1 and 30 cents. And for per item, for example, if you have two big bags or something like this, people have brought the luggage and stuff. For example, on the second day, you can put it there, and it was actually really nice to people at the cloakroom. So if you have said, "Oh, I need something out of my backpack," I have leave there, and they brought you this, and they put it back, and you don't have to pay it again. So it was actually really nice. The vendors' rooms. It's actually funny to say it because the whole first floor, also the ground floor, was where the cloakroom etc. was. The check-in. And other rooms, I'm only going shortly to explain the games and classic games room. The video games room, classic games room. They should explain themselves. Classic game room was with classic games like board games, card games, and stuff, and sometimes ponyfied. And the video games room was with Legend of Equestria, massively multiplayer online role-playing game with ponies and a Rainbow Dash platformer, or how we call it in Germany, Jump'n'Run. I know it's kind of interesting that there's actually different terms. Yeah. There was also the music room on the ground floor. In the music room, they had their My Little Karaoke, and My Little Karaoke is a modified version of Ultrastar, however you want to pronounce this. Ultrastar is a SingStar clone, but as a freeware, so it's not a rip-off or something like this. And they have made a version with pony-related songs. Actually, really nice. Yeah, they had on the first floor, when they opened the first floor, there was I'm trying to show their map at this point, I hope. Oh, there's actually an error I have missed out in the German video. Here was the terrace was here shown at the map, but you don't had the possibility to get there. It seems, because the door was like, no, you don't allow to go out there. Well, okay, it was so nobody wanted to go outside. The first floor there was the vendors, the salesman, or the traveling sales ponies non-pareil. The main hall, it was actually a big hall with the seats was the chairs was actually nice put together. You always had a good look on the stage, but the guest of honor sometimes was a little bit low on their part of the stage, but I didn't ever have had any problems with it. The rooms had air condition. Actually cool. Bad wordplay. There was also a small vendors room, a panel room, and the art room. I hope I don't have to explain the panel in the English version of this video. It's like people talk about stuff and so on. This way, I think this video will be a lot faster than I don't have to explain English words. So at 10 p.m. they had let the people go up onto the first floor, and this was short interruption by myself. I will point stuff out that are wrong, and I have said at this point 10 p.m. I meant 10 a.m. Well, it's a little bit of a different, but yeah. Resting, because the vendor rooms are on the timetable. It says at 15 minutes after 11 a.m. they opened up the vendor room. It says on the timetable, but at 10 a.m. the people was ready and the people had started buying stuff. And I was walking around with one other guy I have talked to. I was alone when I get there, let's say so. I don't have this much brownies in my friend, under my friends. Say it so. So, and the first booth I get to actually for buying stuff was the Jan Animations booth, and he had prints, and he was so nice as to sign prints. At first he didn't have a pen. I was then giving a small pen, but some other guy had a permanent marker, and he actually have gifted it to him so he can sign stuff. It was actually really nice because he had forgot one. And I've bought 3 prints. I'm going to show them later. One I have one is now signed by Jan Animations and Andrea Lipman, one of the guests of honor and the voice actor for Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy. So I was a little bit more looking around. It was full. One thing I had already forgotten, the German video at the start. I at the Jan Animations booth, there was I was standing there on the left side of the booth, and then I heard a voice from behind me. Hey, can I get through? I'm like, okay, sure. I'm going a step aside, and then I saw who it was. The other Canadian guest of honor, Peter New, the voice actor of Macintosh. Actually a really nice guy. I saw he was it seems like he was sometimes walking around the convention, and he was really nice. And if you talk nicely to him, I have a photo with him. It was actually really funny. Yeah, he actually a nice guy. Yeah, I'm explaining a little bit more later on. I'm only going to talk about panels I have actually attended as a visitor. I hope attended is in this case the right word for being there. At 11 a.m. they had the opening ceremony, and it was actually nicely made. They have showed small videos about the guests of honor. Guests of honor means in this kind voice actors and community guests, and this was actually cool make. It was always a short video about the person they spoke about, with explaining what they have done in their life and stuff and what they're famous for. And it was nice. If you don't know the people, it's actually good. So you know, he made this, okay, he's known for this, and actually I'm going to read the list of the guests of honor. Okay, the first I already have said, Andrea Lipman, the English voice of Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie, Peter New, the English voice of Big Macintosh, and Nelly Heath, the Swedish voice of Spitfire, Spike, Photo Finish, and Cheverly, Michael Pan, I'm going to say this in German, the German voice of Discord, also known in Germany as the German voice actor of Data in the series Star Trek The Next Generation. This series was awesome. And Julie Basek. I don't know how to pronounce his name properly, so forgive me. I don't want to be struck by lightning for this. The French voice actor of Verity, John. Then there was the the community guest, John Joseko. He's an artist, webcomic author. Ian Animations, animator, flash artist. I'm really out of the convention guide. Not exactly the whole explanation, but just what they are doing. Acoustic Brownie is Brownie musicians and composers. Serena Midori is voice actress in the community. Singer and artist, she's also the voice of the convention mascot. The cutest convention mascot ever, Kenny Soda. And yes, I know it's a bad pun. And if you want a really bad pun, this is only working in English, so I don't have to use it in the German version of this video. Well, Stuttgart is kind of a valley, and well, Ludwigsburg also. So it was a Kenny Valley with Kenny, but she's gone. Now it's an uncanny valley. Bad pun, I know, really bad. One guest of honor who doesn't have come was Psy Guy. Another interruption by me. Psy Guy was actually there, but Penguin Brony wasn't there, so the songwriting panel was cancelled. My bad. There were different people, I guess they are not listed here actually. When I think of it, for example, a Potok it seems he has a I don't know. It was there was a panel called Product Stuff, and he wasn't was yeah. I haven't attended it, so I don't know. Product Stuff, yeah, yeah. Actually, he was there, so he hosted by Product, yeah. Oh, there is actually who hosted this stuff if it was not hosted by Perry. Have I spoken really this? Okay. I've watched it on my recording device and I was like, what? I only have recorded 2 minutes, but it was 20 minutes. Bad of me. um, exactly. The next thing I have done, I got lost kinda in. I'm a person who's a little bit shy and I'm a little bit overwhelmed if I'm under a lot when there's a lot of people, so I get a little bit nervous. So, but this wasn't this big of a problem because they're all nice. They're all there for the same reasons. So yeah, why not? The first panel I have attended was the Canadian voice actors panel, and this was actually pretty funny with Andrea Lipman and Peter New. The whole panels you can watch on Ponyville Live, I think. They have showed at the end of the convention that they will have stuff uploaded there, but until to this day, it's 2 days after convention, I haven't seen something, but the last time I have looked was yesterday evening, so if I sound a little bit it's because I'm a little bit tired because I get home Sunday really, really late and I didn't have get the sleep I need since then. Yeah, the Canadian voice actors panel was funny because, for example, Peter New, the voice actor of Big Macintosh, has got an. Oh, that's actually really bad to say in English. The barbarian term for it is Weizenglas. Weizen is a kind of a beer. This is like a big glass for beer, but it's not an mug or something like this. It's an higher glass. Yeah, it's a little bit bad to explain, but yeah, with a graving of inscription or something of Macintosh. I haven't seen this well. I tried to take some pictures of it, but well, I wasn't actually this closely there. And wasn't holding it up this much. He also has got a small figurine of Big Macintosh, and Ray Lipman has got a picture in a frame, a hand-drawn picture in a frame of it seems some ponies and Galacon 2030 written on it. And was it a Pinky plushie or an Ding plushie, an other plushie? Let's look. I just looked in my pictures. Why the heck is he this? Ah, yeah. I've got stuff via Skype, so yeah. For people asking, wait a minute, television got out and I'm looking. Yeah, my television is my PC screen. So don't be so confused about it. Ah, yeah. Actually, Andrea Lipman got a plushie, and a pink plushie with a blonde mane. I don't know. I don't know if it's a custom pony or something else. Well, yes. Now I have to get back to my word test. Yeah, the panel was pretty interesting. It's interesting to watch for fans of the series. Um, at the same time, there was the first time the Pony Time. Pony Time was in the panel room. It's a little bit smaller room. They had an panel room and no, wait a minute. Yeah, in the panel room and in the main hall, they had a big silver screen for projection of stuff, projection and like showing movies and stuff. The audio and video quality was awesome at every time. there was no sound problems I have experienced. If they have played music or videos, the sound was good. At the pony time, the sound was also good. They have showed at the pony time episodes from the series, and they tried to show Equestrian the movie to the series in German, because it was aired in German shortly before. I didn't know there was this far in the series, because it plays after the third season, and I thought there was only until the second. Well, maybe I'm wrong. I don't interest in the German version. So when they tried to start it, I have run for my life, because I didn't like the German version this much. So yeah, don't hate me for this. And it's no offense. The voice actors in the German version are awesome voice actors, but the text translation is bad. I have to say it like this. They have destroyed some jokes in the translation, and there are some jokes you can actually pretty easily translate word by word, and they make sense in German, and they are easy to make lip sync and stuff. Yeah. Again, exactly. They had different stuff. I've talked about this. The songwriting workshop was cancelled because the guy who made it was, like I said, he didn't come because he had other appointments. It's okay. They had a cosplay contest I haven't really watched, because I was and now I have to tell a funny story. There's a Canadian voice actor signing session, and some people like me have read the first time singing session. I was like, what are they singing? What are they singing about? What songs do they sing? And I wasn't the only one who had read this like this. Yeah. It was 45 minutes before the signing session starts, and I was looking downstairs. It was in the signing session was in the music room, which was actually pretty good for it, because it has 2 doors, so they could go in and out at the other side. And there was a row, actually pretty long row, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm sitting there in a row, and I'm waiting for what to come. If I get there, I hoped. And I've got there, and I had my Season 1 Blu-ray signed by Peter New, and one of the pictures from Jan Animation signed by Andrea Lipman. The point was, I haven't found a good big Macintosh picture at vendor stuff. No one was really appealing to me. One a friend I have met there the first time, let's say so. We know we have actually changed email and stuff, and actually a nice guy. I'm greeting him. I don't know if I'm now greeting him, because I don't know if we want to be greeted in a video. So I don't doing this because, well, I want to not offend people. Yeah, actually, he had a picture from one of the vendors with Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie. This was just brilliant for a signing. And they had you don't have to pay for signing in some on some American conventions. You have to pay for signings, but at this convention, no, you only have to get there in time. And I was happy the next day that I have made it on Saturday. So I missed out on the art of John Josecco, and I'm really sad, kind of, because of this, but because I want to see it, but I want to get a signing, so I'm going to watch this and a lot of other panels when they get uploaded. One of the most interesting things was I have lost the red line. In Germany we have a saying, der rote Faden, which is actually the red string. I don't know if there's an English counterpart for it. Yeah. Then I was looking around what to do, and I first time get into the Pony Time where they showed episodes, and they had 4 times 8 seats in this room. It was actually pretty big, many seats and stuff. Picture quality was good. They showed episodes in English, like I said. I have explained the whole thing before. Then I was getting ready for the gala, and gala means gala. Gala means dress code, high dress code, people in suits and highly dressed and in good shoes. Well, the most. There was one thing at the dress code with no cashless shoes, but the most people had problems by getting good shoes, or they lost the shoes, they haven't find them in time again, or other things, or lost it at the airport or whatever. And this wasn't as much of a problem. Cosplayers didn't have this much of a problem to get in, so it wasn't as bad. But after half hour, gala was actually like a gala. Gala means dancing, slow music. I was getting bored kind of because there was nobody to dance with for me, and who wants to dance with me? Forever alone. No, I have to laugh about my own words at this moment. Actually, there's an kind of. It seems like that was an error in the timetable. There was standing 7 p.m. and they started 30 minutes later, a half an hour later. And there are the words gala evening, concert, and disco. What concert? It seems Acoustic Brownie had only played on the gala because I was getting back in there 20 minutes later, one episode later. Note by myself, there was actually a concert 35 minutes long. I have missed it because I've watched 2 episodes, and many other people have missed it because they have thought the gala was longer because of the dancing order of dances cards. The most people have thought the gala would take 2 hours, but it wasn't like this. So I have, like many others, missed the concert. But you can now watch it on Ponyville Live Global on the YouTube channel. And they was already making disco. Disco was kind of awesome. 2 DJs, and on the silver screen they had different stuff projected, like visualizations and other stuff. The sound quality was good. The music was itself good, but I was tired. It was a long day, and I thinking, let's sit, look at gaming rooms. People were resting there. My little karaoke was played a lot, and I think, okay, it's it's 40 minutes to 11 p.m. So there are still 2 episodes to watch from My Little Pony in the Pony Time. So I was getting into Pony Time, and it's actually funny sitting in a room full of people, and more than 70% wearing a very highly dressed and wearing suits and other stuff, and everyone's laughing and clapping about jokes in the series. It's actually funny. And then one of the most awesome things I ever experienced happened. The Great Galloping Gala episode, the last episode from the first season, was shown, and there was a guy at the convention. He was always like, sell some apples, buy some apples, sell some apples, buy some apples, and this pitch. And there's actually this line in the Grand Galloping Gala song at the gala. And at this time he was like, sell some apples. It was so funny. Everyone was clapping and laughing. It's totally awesome. And then the song Pony Pokey started in an episode, and there's this point where Fluttershy screams out, come out! And at this point, some guy from behind me screams like, go out! It was so funny, and everyone was laughing. It was totally awesome. And yeah, it was awesome. one of the awesome stuff I have, awesome, most awesome stuff I have experienced this day. No, it's right. I hope. Well, I left at 11 p.m. The disco had have 30 minutes left or whatever, but I was tired and I had to get back where I was staying. So, no, I don't had to, but I wanted to, let's say so. The Sunday was starting actually at 10 a.m. And there was actually the second Canadian voice actor panel, and was actually interesting. In the shortest time, there was the longest row I've ever seen, so I was so happy that I actually had done this the day before. And the other one who was with me there had also said, yeah, I'm happy about this, yeah. And then I walked around and then I had realized, oh, there was this pony time panel, but a pony podcast panel, and I was like, it's always it's already a half hour in, so forget about it. Then I was going to the main hall, and there was the EU European voice actors channel panel. Let's say so. It's better to speak out. And this was with Michael Pan, Julie Bassex, and Anneli Heath. And there's a thing people might don't like about this panel. Michael Pan was the first time on a pony convention, and he hadn't this much experience with conventions, with fan conventions. He had actually then told at the beginning of the panel he wanted to answer questions in German because his English isn't as good. He can a little bit English because of his word translations and stuff. He's German voice acting, I mean he is lip saying stuff on the English stuff, so it's in German. So it's hard to it's actually dubbing in English, I think. And sometimes he didn't understand the English questions this good, but moderation from, I think her name was Perry, was actually pretty good. She explained and stuff to him and to other guests if the guest didn't have actually understand the question so good. The questioning was actually made also really well. There were people, they asked them first, they tell them their question and they decide if they should ask them to the guest of honors, because there's some questions where that could be misunderstood or other things with it. So it was actually pretty good to make in this way. I'm for people who are interested in localization of some stuff, this panel might be interesting. And there's another interesting point of this. The YouTube upload that will coming soon, I hope, will have English subtitles for non-English parts. So the answering of questions from Michael Pan, for example, was in German, and many people in the room, in the hall, understand German and have loved and had fun, and other people it's not, like the other two voice actor guests. And there was like, and well, nothing against Michael Pan, but he was actually, you have seen, he was a little bit inexperienced with panels. So sometimes I had the feeling he wasn't really used to it, but it's actually, well, practice makes perfect. So if he never started, so how could he be good at this? He has also told a story in German that he was at a Star Trek convention, and it was the first time he was at a fan convention, and he arrived and they put him actually on the stage, and he didn't know what to do, and then do you know who I am? And it's Data, because he was the German voice actor of Data, and actually he has spoken this really well, and it's one of the voices from my childhood I will never forget. It's in my head now. And yeah. It was actually a nice panel, but maybe for some people a little bit too much German in it. But well, he was actually seems to be really nice and didn't have problems with all of it. Exactly. The next panel, they have the panel has lasted longer than planned. It was about half hour longer than originally planned, but wasn't a problem. There was at half hour before the yarn animations panel where the other panel ends, and I was like, well, I'm sitting there. It's cool air and stuff and good, and then the yarn animations trailer panel started, and it was brilliant, funny. Look, if you just look, Button's Adventure, the pilot episode. If you like this humor, you might like this panel. The next thing in the main hall was the lottery. Lottery has taken a long time. I have 2 lottery tickets, raffle tickets, or however they are called. I don't know. For sure. And okay. Actually, I have to say, let's be more. I have to think about what to say next. I have forgot one thing before this. The most awesome thing about this convention. No, wait. I can't decide. One of the most awesome things that happened at the convention. There was by the artist going by the nick of Adeline or Adeline. I don't know how to pronounce it right. Her name is Adeline or Adela. I don't know how to pronounce it either in French. She's a French artist, and she had prints, really high quality prints, and awesome pictures. And she had an acrylic hand drawn on canvas, a picture canvas. Also really an art of peace, a piece of art. Now it's right, and it's awesome. And I was like, I never won something at tombolas or lotteries, however you call it. I was like, okay, and the stuff she had was awesome, and it was good price, let's say. So I had buy A4 DIN A4 sized print of Final Sketch. The picture is called WAP, like I know now. I didn't know then. And postcard sized small prints of other pictures, and they cost €2 a piece. The big picture I bought had cost €6. Wasn't this expensive actually. The quality was brilliant, and the little postcard sized pictures, it was a set of 4 pictures. If you buy 3, you get the 4 for free, and I have bought all, and it was like €12, and I was like, come on, I have buy 3 tickets. Even if I don't know, I am supporting the artist. And there's a fun fact about this kind of tombola. They had a stack of those tickets and added together like a book. You put out sides and stuff, like a book of this tickets, and they taking out one after another. And I have got the numbers 98, 99, and 100. and if 100 was the number that was taken for the first prize. And if I didn't have take the third ticket, I wouldn't have won. That's actually pretty funny if you think of it. And you might say, wait a minute, how did I know I take that I wouldn't have how it works? It's actually easy. They're putting out one after another a number and give it to the people. So I have you always have, if you buy more, they're all in a row, for example. And the first number they have took out of the box by surprise was 249 or something like this. And okay, they have sold 249 or 46 tickets, and this was €1 per ticket, was 250 euros, 250 euros, something like this. They have at least taken in by it. So actually pretty fine. Then the second prize was also awesome. It was so small wood piece of wood, hand drawn with a hook on it. You can put it on the wall and whatever. Put on towel on it or whatever. I don't know. Or key or something like this. I have to drink something. My throat is getting really dry. Dry. I hope people understand me clearly. Actually, I've won this picture, and it's a one-of-a-kind picture. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, my first response was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my god, it's so awesome. But I don't know where to on what wall I should pull it if I get home. I have brought it home pretty safe. Oh, it's really windy outside. So if you hear some noises like tapping or whatever, it's the storm or it's a window closing right now. So then there was the time for the lottery from the convention. Actually, there was a lot of vendor lotteries, and there was a few vendors who had figurines and stuff where I actually have thought, I was thinking, well, that's the wrong demographic. Half naked anime ladies. I was like, yeah, no, wrong convention. Okay, the actual lottery, it was pretty funny. I don't have won anything, but I don't care. It's more about the fun than about the winning stuff. And then one of the most crazy things I ever experienced started. About 4 p.m. or 50 minutes, I don't know, 50 minutes later, the charity auction for Brownies for Good begun. One of the most crazy things I ever experienced. Really, no joking. Actually, it was planned to end at 6 p.m. And yeah, no. To say it with the right word, nope. Did it take longer? Yup. Actually, I have a train reservation, a train ticket for 8 p.m. So 2 hours after the convention should end, approximately. The closing ceremony was actually planned for 6 p.m. and for a duration of 50 minutes. But no. If there will be an upload of the charity auction, you know how long it will had taken. It was 20 minutes before 8 p.m. So when I leave the venue, because I had to get to the train and I don't want to run like crazy because I was a little bit done. And they have really taken 4 p.m. to more than 3.5 hours for it. They have overtook time. I really, actually. And there was so much really crazy stuff like Peter New get onto stage and people, yeah, okay, yeah, nice. And then so, okay, now you're bidding for a hug from me. And he's actually, you could bid for one hug from Peter New. And then, I don't know where they get it. They get a bra, so, woman underwear. And he was like, okay, if you bid more, I will take it on. And actually, he'll take it over his shirt. Then he got from a female cosplayer, wings. He attached to his back. Then he got an horn he attached to his head. Then he got a thing Big Macintosh has around his neck. Thing, some older pictures, horses had that. Horses who has drawn plows or something like this had it. And he got this from a cosplayer. And actually, some of the people who give him stuff, they said, yeah, he can use some of the stuff for the person could get some of the stuff. Well, they've took, I think, over 1,000 euros, if I don't wrong, at this one thing. Then a hand-signed apple, and actually apple, to eat apple, and signed by Peter New and Perry as the moderation woman. I don't know what's the right term for this. I'm sorry about this. Perry's her head. No, not her head. Her hair. No. Wait a minute. What's the right term? Head. I think she had on her head a hat. Head. Yeah, it's actually head. Like the Mad Hatter. And head, yeah, it's head. Head is the right word for it. But I was thinking at the moment, wait a minute, isn't this wrong? Because I was thinking like head. Everyone should have for a living. It's actually pretty nice to have a head. Bad wordplay. I'm sorry about this. And actually, they had a live stream, and they had live a chat window on the silver screen on the back, and there was, she should sell her head and stuff, and then she actually has done it. Awesome. Then there was so much crazy stuff like what was it, a hack from Andrea Lipman, on a cute off of, well, like a shoot off, but with being cute, Nelly Heat versus Andrea Lipman. And Nelly Heat had she can actually make a really, really awesome, if Andrea Lipman should stop as a voice actor and they need a new Fluttershy voice, they should take a Nelly Heat. She can actually make this voice pretty close. So I don't hope this will ever happen. But so there was so much crazy stuff. A guy who had sold his cosplay, or part of his cosplay. He had an armor, a steel-plated armor or something like this. Actually steel and a head, and crazy stuff. It was one of the most crazy thing I ever experienced. But with this, I'm the only thing I am left to say. The voice actors have, I already have said that they have get some stuff, presents, gifts. Air conditioner, I have said. Stuff I have bought. I've bought 3 prints from the animation, stuff from Annelin. I have to Atlin. I can't. I really like her, but I can't remember her name. It's actually really bad. I feel sorry for it. Haha. And this haha means yeah, awkward. Oh, you're not allowed to take big backpacks into the main hall because of fire regulations of the venue. It actually makes sense because if you have a big bag with you and you can't take it with one hand, it's an obstacle for other people, and this is dangerous. So actually, no problem. So it was like if you can take it with one hand and run fast, it's okay. Yeah. Then there was actually a snack point for eating for food and drinks. Drinks were actually, they have convention prices. Let's say so. You have for drinks is actually a term don't want to use. It could be misleading, but yeah, for drinks. Water, the whole stuff was in bottles, in PET bottles, so called, are not glass. It's more like a plastic. And you had paid €2.50, but you have to pay 30 cents. I don't know what's the English term for it. If you give the bottle back, you get the 30 cents back. So let's say so for the easy explanation. And yeah, they had cola, Fanta, water, still water, and mineral water or soda, however you want to call it. It's actually pretty bad to explain in English because on some sites it's actually saying mineral water, like in German Mineralwasser, or soda. I don't care if people understand what I want to say. Then they had stuff to eat, for example, an brezel with butter. And no, I don't mean the character from South Park. Bad wordplay. Then they had I don't know what they had chocolate muffins. I haven't tried them. The pretzel has cost €1.50. It's actually a little bit expensive, but okay, it's convention prices. Convention prices are always a little bit higher, or a lot higher. Then they had currywurst. I don't know what's the English term for it is. It's a sausage cut into pieces with an ketchup like curry sauce. Yeah, it's a sausage with sauce. Yeah, it sounds weird, but yeah, when you're in Germany, you use it. And then you have noodles, Asia style, so Asian styled noodle thing. Uses Chinese food. This was actually not bad. The currywurst had the price of €3.90, and noodles was €4. €4, you think, it's actually if you know the price around it, it's actually a little bit expensive. But I was getting oh god, what's the word for it? Well, I don't want to eat stuff after eating this because I can eat food anymore because I'm full. Yeah, I don't know what's the English term for this now. I'm feeling bad for it. Shame on me. Oh, I forgot one important thing. Two important things. The art gallery was with stuff of that get for the auction and so, and three fursuit hats or whatever these are. Then there was a lot of cosplayers, even people from the staff or from Ponyville Life or whoever. Official people sometimes even had were wearing cosplay. Now my brain started to freeze. I need to restart Windows in my head. No, actually cosplays was a few people in fursuits. Then there was a Scootaloo chicken, and I mean, a guy in a fursuit with his face was not a mask or whatever, so he, yeah, was not wearing a mask. Actually, after time, he was wearing an anonymous mask. It was actually funny and was going around. Weird. It's like, buy some apples, sell some apples. Yeah, actually stuff I'm getting stuff mixed up right now. I have also bought an vinyl figurine of Rainbow Dash from Funko, and yeah, people were saying they're actually expensive, and yeah, kinda, because there was 35 euros, but there is no I don't know about a cheap way to import them, so yeah, well. And there was complete and stuff and nothing broken. Yeah, the only thing with vinyl figurines, if you take them out of the box, and people might scream out, "No, don't take it out of the box. It will lose its collector's value." I don't care. I buy stuff to have to have fun with its beauty look. Let's say so. It's sounds so weird if I want to explain this in English, and it could be misleading. Yeah. And I have bought an LED, like an, it has an, it was another actually shield. No, not shield. It was a picture of Pinkie Pie on an transparent or see-through plastic piece with an LED underlight, so it got light on from beyond. And she was playing the Flugelhorn, or the Flügelhorn, however you want to pronounce it. So, yeah, before I getting completely crazy or something like this for speaking English again, and I hope I will have problems again speaking German, and I did have them the last 2 days. I want to say the final words. Was it awesome? Yes, it was. Will I go again? Yes, I will. And what have things that I have learned? I actually have made words writing down on this list. Dear Princess Celestia, I have learned that it doesn't matter where you come from, but if you have the same things you like, you can have a lot of fun. Your most faithful student, Twilight Sparkle, and I know that was silly and it's kind of obsolete, but it's, yeah, fandom. And I have to close this video with a few words. I don't know if I should say them in English, because if you like it, comment on it. You don't subscribe to my channel. Why not? Maybe if people who are speaking English subscribe to my channel, I will make more videos in English. I don't have a problem with it. And tell it to other people if you like it. Or, yeah, I hope you don't hate it. Please don't hate it. And I close this video, or end this video, with wise words from one wise man. Wait for it. Wait for it. Meow.